countries. By way of example, the lady at the Washington apartment block, where Trudie lived since 1968, wrote in an email to me that Trudie is the best. She is held in the highest regard by myself and the management company she has dealt with all these 43 years, and it is with great loss and sadness that we learn of Trudie's illness. That was just a few days before Trudie passed away. Trudie was a very independent person who lived a rich and full life. She was adamant that age was not a consideration, as she maintained an active life until the very end of her days. When I spoke to her on the phone for the last time in mid-April in hospital in Washington, she said this was the first time she'd ever spent time in hospital. Remarkable for a lady of 91 years of age, although everybody would have thought of her being at least 10 years younger. That was Trudie, always young at heart, and not allowing the passing of time to impact on her life at all. However, one thing she was always very clear about was her wish that her remains should be interred with the Bryks family here in Moravia. Trudie's life was one of different chapters, as is that of most people, but hers was different in one particular respect. She lived in 3 different countries and was really an international person, with strong affinities with the United Kingdom, United States of America, and of course the Czech Republic. The one common link between all 3 was the Second World War and its impact on the 1939-1945 generation, who found themselves in extraordinary circumstances and where many new relationships were formed. One such relationship, which we're here to honour today, is that of my aunt, Trudie Deller, and Josef Bryks, who after meeting through their service in the Royal Air Force, were married in 1945, with their only daughter Sonia being born a year later. As we all know, in 1948 the communists seized power in Czechoslovakia and Joe was arrested, following which Trudie and Sonia returned to England. Trudie never again saw the man she loved, a man of courage and honour, and the father of her child. I would like at this point to quote from the opening of her book that she was so proud to have published in 2003, which tells the story of her life with Joe, the events leading up to 1948, her return to England with Sonia, and her efforts to bring attention to Joe's courageous life. On June the 4th, 1994, a memorial service was held in Lastany, a small village in the Moravian Republic region of the Czech Republic, honouring the memory of my husband, Colonel Josef Bryks, MBE. The ceremony in his birthplace ended a saga spanning a turbulent era in world history, from World War II to the end of the Cold War and its aftermath. That afternoon the sun shone brightly, its rays dappling the leaves of tree branches overhanging the war memorial. Throughout the service my emotions ran the gamut, tinged with regret at what might have been. Political ideologies had impacted our lives. The fight against Hitler's fascism brought us together. Stalin's communism parted us forever. Today, we've been able to return Trudie's remains from the United States of America via England here to the Czech Republic. It is the most fitting end to this story of sadness, but also great courage. Trudie looked forward so much to her annual visits to Olomouc, to meet family and friends who made her so welcome, and together celebrated the amazing lives of Joe and Trudie. In this respect, I know that Trudie would want me to make special mention and give particular thanks to her nephew, Karel Bryks, the lawyer, Lubomir Moller, and the translator of her book, Alice Reshalova. Together, and with others, they made her connection to the Czech Republic tangible and enduring, providing fulfilment for a remarkable lady who, towards the end of her long life, saw the story of her and her husband's lives recognised and honoured by the Czech people and the Czech state. May Trudie, Joe and Sonia all now rest in peace.
Trudie.